Hello and welcome. This is Sessions in Place, and this is our 57th episode. This is with Arthur James, and we are at Election. It's actually been many months since we've been here, and it's a beautiful time to be back. If you're ever in the need for things to do with concepts and directing and cinematography, lighting and studio rental, gear rental, video editing, this is the place in Redmond to go to. So check it out. If you don't know what Sessions in Place is, let me tell you. It is an award-winning, socially distanced concert series that streams every Saturday since April 11th, 2020. And we stream to Facebook and to YouTube. And we do this because we believe the live music is essential, and this is the way that we choose to support that endeavor. And so if you want to help support us support that endeavor, a great way for that is on Facebook. If you can follow, like, and share our posts, and even check out that event calendar so that you can anticipate the artists to come. And also, you can even start a Facebook watch party with all your family, friends, foes, all your acquaintances on Facebook alike. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, a great way to support us is subscribing to us. That would be glorious. We're almost at the point of being able to monetize our channel, and by almost, I mean there's a long way to go still. You know, we're 3/4 of the way there with subscribers. So maybe tonight we'll get 250 subscribers. No, we won't. But that's okay. We're okay with that. And we ask that you set that reminder bell as well, so that you'll be notified when we do post the remasters, because if you didn't know, we do post 3 remasters from the live stream onto our YouTube eventually. The rest actually get posted onto our Patreon, and it's an incentive. Become a Patreon supporter. And we ask that you consider even sharing that stream link, the YouTube or Facebook stream link, onto your social media timelines, so that everyone that you're affiliated with can watch it with you. If you're on Instagram, we ask that you take a picture or a video of yourself and then tag at Arthur James Music and at Sessions in Place, and post it up to your Instagram stories, and so that we here can see how you at home are watching this. Now, a financial way to support both the band and us, and even the Fremont Abbey, be through Eventbrite. One of the links in our link tree is actually for tonight, and it's a donation-based ticket, and the artist gets money, we get money, the Abbey gets money. It's good things come in threes. So take out your checkbooks. Don't take out your checkbooks. Take out your credit card and fill all that information out and buy yourself a donation-based ticket and help support this. An easier way to support this, I shouldn't say easier. Another way to support this is through Venmo. Just an easy $5 donation, or this amount that Tanner's going to say. $23. That's an acceptable amount. Anything over $5 is acceptable. So if you want to spend your money by supporting us pursue these endeavors, there's an option. And also, a great thing to do is, like I previously stated about Patreon, is become a Patreon supporter. And it's a monthly contribution, and there's 3 tiers that you can choose your own adventure. And then some incentives are you'll get listed in the credits, and then you'll also have access to those more than 3 remasters from the live stream session. So that's great. Now, if you actually, any of those links, you're like, holy crap, I don't know where to find any of those. There's that link tree in our bio on Instagram that has every single link that I just said. So check that out. Now, grab a glass of whatever's helping you cope with this time apart, and let's enjoy Arthur James together.
Oh, now she's breathing dreams into the warmth below her covers, screaming to a sky that holds the words I whispered to her. She peeks under her bed to see if I am where she left me. stay right through and through and through me. This is not a love that's wasted now, but the pain that went along with it. And as her forehead meets the carpet now, she sees that I have gone, I've gone, I've gone. These are not words, they are not breath. I feel the cold, it stops my chest inside the pushing and unrest. We are the truth, we came to be. Now there's nothing left but to believe. Just hear my voice, a sound so honest it was not before, but now it is bereft of everything. Oh, I was never the kind to keep my heart somewhere I couldn't find it. While you chained my pulse in my pocket, 5 fingers always on it. Now I'm penniless and I lack the beat under my thumb, but I'm wandering. The moonlit fire, the flickering flame, the yellow blades cut your eyes out. The insects that believe they can touch the heat and run, and the screaming of the voice inside your head won't tell it all. These are not words, they are not breath. I feel the cold that stops my chest inside the pushing and unrest. We are the truth, we came to be. Now there's nothing left but to believe. Just hear my voice, a sound so honest it was not before, but now it is bereft of everything. Hi.
Hi.
There's cameras everywhere. And hello. Yeah, welcome to Sessions in Place. My name is Arthur James. It's been a long time since I've done this thing that I love so much. So I'm very grateful to have been given the opportunity to be here in this lovely space with these incredibly wonderful humans.
Well, I also want to say that we're incredibly grateful that you are here with us for more reasons than one. Because, one, you are extremely clutch. And
Yeah, it's my middle name.
is it now?
No, that's a lie, Oliver. Yeah, that was a song called Fire Moonlight that is named as such because I wrote it sitting next to a fire under moonlight. Pretty good, right, Brent? Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. This next song is a song called She Looked Just Fine to Us. And it is a song that I wrote in 2014. And it is a song about grieving, which I find to be a very familiar thing right now, personally, and I'm sure for a lot of people. So I'm gonna play it, and we're gonna see if it works, because it might not. It's been like almost a year. It's been almost a year since I've done something like this. So, falling asleep under a ceiling she talks to every evening. She won't reveal the tiny secret she knows is why she'll always be alone. And when she wakes up in the morning, she swears she hears the sun say, I know. Trials and tribulations of getting up out of bed are the first in a score that she will fight before she gets to check the front door. And it won't break her now, but she's trying not to whisper his name. She says, I tried my very best to make it easy on you, love, but I failed. Then she loses the plot. The air is waiting at the top of her throat. Then she remembers he's not there, pulls her hands apart and begins to pray. I remember how you looked the last time that we kissed goodbye. Now a moment can't get by me without your eyes looking up at me. And I swear I'm sorry, honey, but I know that I was born to leave. She says I tried my very best to make it easy on you, love, but I failed. Then she loses the plot. The air is waiting at the top of her throat. She remembers he's not there, pulls her hands apart and begins to pray. She remembers he's not there, pulls her hands apart and begins to pray.
I think you did that pretty well.
Not to put him on the spot or anything, but one of the weird things that happens when you're working with a squad like this, there's cameras everywhere, closer than you think, and one of them is walking around me talking to somebody else, and it's pretty hilarious. No, I love it. It's very intimate. I know. Yeah, so, you know, it's 2021 now. It feels like I put on about 15 years and lost as many pounds. Yeah, I hesitate to express the difficulty of this last year from my own perspective, because I know a lot of people are going through it. But it's been rough, to be sure, and there's certainly hope in the air, and things are changing in a lot of different arenas, socially, environmentally, etc. So things are looking a little bit better. This was, for me, sort of an exercise in trying to get back into something normal. So yeah, this is not nerve-wracking at all, you guys.
Well, I don't know if it's any consolation, but you did receive a star on YouTube just now.
Like a emoji.
Yeah,
Well, I mean that means something these days, right?
I think so.
Yeah. That's
Also, it's from someone with the username
I know who that is.
AngelTruth777.
What up, Angel? I know who that be.
Yeah.
With that, this next song is called "Let Me Tell You," and I wrote it a few years ago. This is sort of my attempt at voicing the importance of holding each other up, whether that's your interpersonal relationships, holding up your family, your friends, your community. And I feel like right now the way that this song hits me, because that's the thing, viewers at home, I don't know if you know this, but song meanings change. They're like weird little animals, even if you make them. But yeah, this one sort of it's not a local support, I feel, and I know that a lot of people are a lot more aware of that now. That we have to be holding each other up globally, everywhere. It's we gotta give into each other. We gotta lock arms and do this thing and understand that everybody's got their own shit. And be careful with each other, be kind to each other, and just be of help. So that's what this little ditty's about. Showbiz, baby. Let me part the stalks and the flocks and the fields you roam. You're distracted, disconnected from dreams you're reeling from. I can hear you run, I can steal the hum of the snow on the road of this bleeding land. With my cupped hands I understand, I understand. She says, here, this is the place where I can't take no more. I am here because I won't let them go. If you can stand to hold my hands, I could stay, stay, stay. And we start to pretend that we're friends without listening. You're distracted, disconnected from lines you're ignoring, underscoring, and the splintering of the skin on your face. Are we talking now? Would you walk me down if I come around? If I come around? She says, here, this is the place where I can't take no more. I am here because I won't let them go. If you can stand to hold my hand, I could stay, stay, stay. stalks and the flocks and the fields you roam. We're going to take a little break. Don't move. Stay right where you are. There's more stuff happening. It's going to be sweet. See you in a minute. Hello, everyone. It's me again. This little black hole of a cat is June. He is really kind of, can't really see him. He's just, yeah. He's there. This is a cat, I promise. He's going to be 2 next month. No, 3? It's going to be old. This is Charlie. You've seen her already at this point. She and I have been together for a millennium. Yeah, we all just wanted to talk a little bit about the scene and the, effects of the way that the world is now. It's been a wreck for a lot of us. Obviously a lot of us lost a lot of income without any prospect of where that might come from afterward, which obviously is not unique, but I think the biggest thing that's come out of it, I'm going to talk about the positive stuff, I suppose. I could go on and on about all the darkness, but the positives, I think, are sort of where the creative process has landed as a result of all of this. I've semi-jokingly over the years have always, with a fist in the air, talked about how if you want the world to change, sometimes it does take the introduction of trauma. And we certainly have witnessed and partaken in our fair share of that over the last 12, 13 months now. But with that, and sort of where music landed in that whole mess, came what a lot of us sort of agree right now is we really feel like we're on, this is what happens next is going to be a renaissance, like we're very much a part of the soup right now that is going to produce some of the greatest art, music, poetry, film, paint, I don't care. Everything that happens after this is going to be absolutely brilliant and inform everything that comes after it. Again, purely as a result of having no choice but to try and figure out how to do this in a way that excites us and engages us and in a way that is new. And it's where everyone is pointed right now. And the things that are happening here in Seattle alone are just immense. And I can't imagine what else is happening everywhere else in the world. It's very exciting in that regard. And I feel very, very privileged to be a part of the Seattle scene right now and getting to sort of witness these evolutions and these reinventions. And I feel like I'm sort of still in a state of just taking it all in right now. Cause I certainly have not, I'm not one of the people that are moving the chains artistically right now at all. I'm still sort of trying to figure out what the new what next is for myself. But I've always kind of been a late bloomer, bit of a dummy, But I'm catching on to it, that vibe and that feeling and that energy that's happening here and sort of everywhere else. And I think that's what's happening here. That's where we've all sort of turned. And I'm very excited for everyone to hear and see and experience all of the amazing things that are going to happen as a result of having gone through what we all collectively have just gone through. But yeah, we're all staying connected. We're all trying to, we've locked arms, and everyone in the scene is just trying to push each other, as we always have, and support each other and be vigilant and critical and constructive with each other. And there goes June again. Yeah, I think as dark as it has been for a lot of people, what we're about to embark upon is going to be something worth celebrating for a very long time. And I'm stoked for all of us. So let's go back to doing the fun stuff, eh?
And we're back. If you're just joining us, you have missed the first set from Arthur James. But rest assured, you can always watch it when you go back. But stay with us now. And stay in tune with us now, because we are live at Election in Redmond, Washington. So type in those chats, maybe some questions, comments, or whatever to Arthur, and we can relay those to Arthur. So please do that. And then if you're watching this on YouTube, we ask that you subscribe to us on YouTube. That would be a fantastic thing that we'd be eternally thankful for, as well as setting a reminder bell. It would behoove you, because it really notifies you when we go live, for one, and when we post remasters, because we do post 3 remasters eventually. Yeah, you. It takes some time sometimes. Anywho, we also ask that if you are on Facebook, that you follow us on Facebook, and then check out that event calendar, because that gives you the scope as to who to anticipate the following weeks. And then those stream links, those Facebook and YouTube stream links, if you could post those onto your social media timelines, so that people that are your friends and family or whatever, they can see this glorious thing that you are watching. And it just brings this unity and community that I love. And if you are on Instagram right now, we ask that you take a picture or a video of yourself and then tag at Arthur James Music and at Sessions in Place, and put it onto your Instagram stories, so that we here can see how you at home are watching this. It gives us a very unique perspective during these times of being locked up and being socially distanced and safe. A big thing that we ask you, the viewer, is on Eventbrite, and which you can find that link in our link tree. It's the very topmost one. There is a donation-based ticket stream or link that you could click on and actually donate some money towards this endeavor. And it donates to Arthur, it donates to Sessions in Place, and it donates to Abbey Arts. So please do that. It helps all of us out, and we would be thankful for that. If you just want to throw like a $5 bill through Venmo, that's also a thing you can do. You can just find us there, Sessions in Place, super easy. Jessica, what number is your favorite number? So you could also donate $555 on Venmo. That is Jessica's favorite number. It'd be just a fun time, so thank you in advance. If you want to become a Patreon supporter and become a monthly supporter of this endeavor, that would be glorious. There's 3 different tiers, and just pick whichever one works for you. And you'll get access to the rest of those remastered videos, because as you know, there's more than the 3 that we post to YouTube, as well as being listed in the credits, like these people. Joanne Ledbetter. I feel like this is going to be like a high school diploma thing. I should be handing them out. Joanne Ledbetter, who's actually someone that BTS is with us at times. And then Rachel Huffman, who is the wife of Kirk Huffman from Real Dawn Music. Then we have John Lichtner, Alexandra Niedzielkowski, Cumulus, thank you, Alex. Sean Mann, Andre Simmons, Jewel Laurie, Shelley Lundahl, Haley McGee, Denise Zonto, Miss Nomers, Amy Ellen Trefsker, Tina Jones, Hugh Lee, Ebba Lukander, Kevin Schlatter, Anna Yaborkik, Michael Kugler, my Aunt Carla and Uncle Bear, and my mama, Pamela Frederica Love. Shout out, Mom, it's Mother's Day tomorrow. Happy Mother's Day. And also everyone here is saying Happy Mother's Day to their moms as well. So let's somehow recoup from this rant and get back into some more music by Arthur James.
We got up in time to place it. She don't answer none to me. We got tired of making wishes, and I got up in time to leave. Autumn came to bless suspicion. We weren't raking leaves no more. We're stretching days out by the collar, tripping on the way to the door. Only once did I set sail on the breeze, let in below my locked front door. Riding on that southern gale, I watched her leave, pretending it was nothing more. mother's daughter, clean and faceless, reaching for imagined hands. Say I tread the stars lightly, and I drink the song holding up me. In the morning I was free from ever seeing you again. Hanging by two strings facing the places I have been tracing around your head. And only once did I set sail on the breeze let in below my locked front door, riding on that southern gale. I watched her leave, pretending it was nothing more. I didn't mess that up at the end. It was fine. It's great.
It was great.
It's fantastic, Brent.
It's fantastic.
Stop making that face at me, Brent.
So,
go ahead.
really, really amazing stuff here at Election Studios in Redmond is happening. Also, someone by the name of Mr. Hancock Rocks, that's their Instagram. They did Instagram story. And it really does look like their whole brain is melting in this photo, I should say. And it's great because they say, "Thanks for blowing my mind." It's so true. And Tyler Hancock. That's
my homie Hancock.
Homie Hancock.
What up, Hancock? What up, Brecca? What up, little man? Man, it's crazy we were just talking about this earlier, actually, how this is such a strange scenario. I don't do well in it because I need people. Like, I need to know that there are people here that are feeding off of what I'm doing, and it's just, it's the way it is. But knowing that people are watching, it actually kind of makes it.
There's also a person
100 times more nerve-wracking. No, I'm just kidding.
No. None of that. There's also a person that's watching your stream and listening to it while roasting what looks like some steak in their oven. It's really incredible. And they obviously tagged you and us as well, so that's how we're able to see it. I just love that.
The universe is a crazy place.
Yeah. We do also have some love on the YouTube. Whitney says, "Love you, Art," with 2 exclamation points.
Is that my lady Whitney Monge?
You know it is.
Whitney, what up? You know I love you. Say what up to your woman, Joe and Whitney. I love you guys.
Sean D just said, "I know some of these bangers." Bangers.
Sean D is my man that does all my mixing and mastering for my solo stuff. He's been a roll dog for years. I've been knowing that dude for a long time.
What's that D stand for?
Downs.
Sean Downs.
He's my Irish brethren. He's probably gonna get pissed off, but
let's hear it.
I just love it. His name, he's got the Irish middle name, that's like fucking 18 names, but he's Sean Patrick William Downs. And his name Downs, it used to be O'Downs. He's like Irish. But anyway.
He's like, I'm going to simplify it and just make it Downs because the O just make it so confusing.
People don't know how to say an O.
And then one last one. Jordan not Jordan Millicent.
Oh yeah, that's Joe. That's Whitney's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They say, art, love your soul.
Yeah.
Love your soul wonderful. I assume that's your soul wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
that's so good.
She gets me. Yeah. She's one of those people, man. Like the first time Whitney introduced me to Joe, Joe's one of those people that can just look into your soul the first time she meets you. And just like, don't do that. There's too
That's
much
mine.
in there.
That's mine.
There's too much in there. I'm trying to. I got a reputation now, both.
Oh, good.
God. Yeah, that Autumn Suspicions actually came from a record that I did some years ago that was, I got like really bored writing about myself, and I thought to help inspire myself, I would ask people to send me stories from their life, and then I would write a song to that. And that song, Autumn Suspicions, came from, I'm not going to name any names, but it was really juicy. It was funny, like I wasn't prepared. I asked for that, and I think my assumption, because I'm a dummy, was that, you know, people would be like, oh yeah, man, like I fell in love with my wife, and we got married, and we had all these kids. But it was like people got a hold of me with the darkest shit that ever happened to them, in some of their deepest, darkest secrets and stuff.
Was it known that they'd be anonymous?
Well, I mean, I'm close with everybody that did it, that I
Yeah.
chose to do songs about. And that one in particular is about a friend of mine from high school that he's married now. He's got 4 kids, and he just sort of professed to me that like he was still in love with a girl from high school that is not his wife. And I was like,
Wow.
yo, I'm about to write a song about that.
Thanks for that material.
Thank you, my friend. Yeah, so the next song is, it's called Never Mind Me, and it's also one of these songs that's just sort of morphed over the last year for me. Originally, I wrote it as sort of an apology slash, it was kind of like a notice to my partner at the time that, you know, I was trying to sort of profess that like, hey, I got a lot of junk, a lot of stuff that you're sort of agreeing to attach yourself to, and nowadays it's taken on something different for me because last year, in as many months, I lost 6 people. And the loss of 3 of them happened inside of a month. And I lost a lot of people in my life, family, friends, etc. And I didn't know that up until that point, July of last year, that I had actually never experienced grief. I didn't know what it felt like. I didn't know what it did to you. And for a multitude of reasons that I shan't go into, my brain was sort of protecting me from that feeling. I believe the word is trauma. It's a thing that makes your brain just sort of shut shit out. Anyway, as a result, I had something of a nervous breakdown, and it was this whole thing. Ended up in the hospital and all this stuff. But since then, I've been doing a lot of work on myself, therapy, etc. Oliver and I were just talking about some of this before. And going through that stuff is hard because you're very vulnerable, and I specifically, I guess personally, I felt like I was putting too much on the people around me, and that's sort of when Nevermind started floating around in my head, Never Mind Me. So this song is for everybody in my life that has seen what this looks like on me in the last year. And it goes like this. super like sunshiny pop song. Just so you're, just get ready. I was a fire in a dream. I was the first there, in between your waking and your slumber, the fleeting moment, you're outnumbered. But I shouted warnings to the flesh that mock the rigors of my tests, licking the hair from their stalks. I burn even the rock. So when you reach to find the lock, outstanding, your fingertips, your eyes, they are demanding. You may not touch that which you reach for, your mind aglaze with yesterday and before. But if you find me, just unwind me, stand behind me, never mind me. 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 I was a fire in a dream. I was the first there, in between your waking and your slumber, the fleeting moment, you're outnumbered. I keep having to refrain from saying thank you for anything at the end of every song. Speaking of though, I want to thank the universe for two things. First of all, these people right here, this Sessions in Place squad, and I know there's others that I worked with before that aren't here today, but what these guys do, I'm sure it's evident right now. Like, I'm not trying to talk about myself, but like, these guys put on a fucking show, and it's real and it's pro as hell. And for us here in Seattle to have access to this and to be given the privilege to work with these people is bananas. So thank you guys. And for real, like, if you want to support them at all, like, don't worry about me. Like, give money to them. Like, we need them, and they've been such a great organization that helps facilitate doing this for artists, and we don't have the words for the gratitude that we have for them.
You could also, it's not one or the other, it's both, right? If you can buy a donation-based ticket through Eventbrite, it supports not only Arthur, but also Sessions in Place and Abbey Arts.
Yeah. What he said. I digress.
Speaking of digressing, just one last thing. I think it's one last thing. We'll find out. Sean D.
Oh God.
He just said.
Is he just pissed? I'm sure he's like.
He might be. It's hard to tell just by text on the screen. just says, "Man, way to dox a guy."
Yeah, right, Downs. That dude's one of those guys that no one can touch him. No one can touch him. Secondly, if you're watching, like the people that I've been interacting with, thank you. Part of the I don't know if I'm allowed to do this. Punch me afterwards, but this was last minute. I found out I was doing this yesterday, like at 4 o'clock in the afternoon or something.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So little backstory there, because I'm not gonna punch you. Obviously, that's not the kind of person that I am. The artist that we were gonna have ended up sick, so I was like internally, I sent a group message and I was like, I don't know what to do. What do we to do? And Brent was like, "You want me to find someone?" And I was like, I don't know. And we were at a gig yesterday too, so I was like, it was this whole thing. And then he's like, "Arthur James," and I was like, "Yeah, send me his number." And then I called you during our lunch break. And you're like, "Why are you having a mask on right now?" I was like,
yeah, I look at he wants to FaceTime me. I pick up the phone and he's got a mask on. I'm like, "What are you doing, dude?" Well, no, I actually a couple weeks ago I was talking with Brent, who you guys can't see, but I was like, I think it's time, dude. I got to get something on the books because full disclosure, I haven't written anything in over a year. The last song that I wrote for my damn self actually was with Whitney. Her and I wrote a song together one day, and that was the last time I'd actually.
Whitney, if you're in Redmond right now, come through and let's hear.
Yeah, come hug me, woman. But it's been very hard. I mean, it's hard to describe why not being able to play in front of people is so hard to not be able to do. For me personally, though. Like, I hate every other part of this process. I don't like writing songs. I don't like recording. Most of going out and playing live, I despise. But for that moment, for that hour that I get to be, I'm doing the thing that I've spent all this time working on and suffering through, the transaction, the interaction that I have with people is what I miss the most. And there was a saying. It was either E. Cummings or one of the poets of his time. But making art is not about making things to sell. It's about saving yourself, and I'm very grateful that I have the opportunity to do this for the squad that's in this room with me, and for anybody else that's watching, because. You're allowing me to save myself, and that's no bullshitting. It's been a very starving time, and today feels glorious. This has been really rad, and so yeah, thank you for watching, and support Sessions and myself, should you choose to, monetarily and or otherwise. Even just saying some shit, letting somebody else know about the fact that this is a thing, just do that. Like, that's as good as money. Well, for me, that's as good as,
no, 100%.
as money for me. So again, thank you, and I'm gonna go into my last tune here, but I don't even know if my mom's watching or my dad. But happy Mother's Day, Mom, if she is watching. And this last song is a song that I wrote about my dad, who is, I'm convinced up until this point, given everything that I just explained, is part of the reason why I'm still here. He's a mountain of a human being, and his example of resilience and determination and discipline and care for your family and your people is one that I have always carried with me. It's with me right now in my back pocket. And a few years ago, he actually retired outright, and I decided to write a song for him. It's all of 2 minutes long, which is part of the reason I'm still talking. Just take up some of that time. he's an interesting man. He's a man of the world. He was born in the Philippines. He came here in the early 70s. He met my mom in a bowling alley. And he was in the military. He was in the Air Force, and he took us all around the world and gave us everything that he didn't have. And I'll always be grateful for that. And yeah, this is for him. And again, thanks for tuning in and doing the thing with us. And I'm sorry for doxing you, Sean. Kind of. I mean, I'm not. You'll be fine. I am the son of an immigrant man. He'd help you up from the ground you fell on, but he won't stay to talk. And he shines his shoes just like I don't. He wakes up with the moon, and he sleeps with the sun, and he smokes like a train. And if I was to go first, he'd carry my name to the waves. 'Cause he loves like the smell before rain. It's right like his merry chain.
It is done! That's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen, by Arthur James here at Election. Thank you so much for coming out. Lovely to have you. It's lovely to be back here at Election. It's just a very encouraging night, even though we dug deep in the sorrows. I think it's great to see the light at the end of the road. And we're beginning to see that, so I appreciate this endeavor. Now, if you appreciate this endeavor and you appreciate what Sessions in Place has or is creating and has created, consider donating on Venmo, at least $5 or this amount that Chris is going to say. $73. Let me say that again. $73.13. It's a good number, and it is one that Chris Brown said himself. And another way that you can support this endeavor financially is through Patreon. It's a monthly payment, basically. You get to choose one of 3 tiers, and you get access to the rest of the remasters, more than the 3 that we post to YouTube, and you'll also be listed in the credits. Extremely superb way to donate Arthur James, Sessions in Place, and Fremont Abbey Arts is through Eventbrite. And you can find that link on our Instagram in our bio, in our link tree. It's the topmost link. Click that and then donate whatever amount that you can. That would be glorious. Now, to give you guys a little glimpse at home, the amount of people and who those people are that go into making a session happen. This is produced by Austin Glass, Brent James Driscoll, Ben Strickland, new baby daddy, and myself, Oliver Stelfox. Tonight was tech directed by Richard McLean, aka
Switcher McLean Cuts!
That is so much better than the last time we did that. Hooray! Go for enthusiasm. He's also getting a little eyeball from Chris Brown as well, and a little assistance. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Richard's teaching you a thing or two. Who knows? They're just having a great time over there. And then the jib operator tonight was Tanner Wendell Stewart. Right when I said that, he took a picture. That was amazing. He's also a phenomenal photographer. Check him out if you haven't already. Love you too. And then the Steadicam, aka Steady Daddy, is Brent James Driscoll. Here he is. He's also my new, I don't want to say roommate. He lives in the same apartment building, High Wealth Lofts now, and it's glorious. I love it so much. It's not like he was at my place every day anyways. And then some other camera assistants and stuff like that was done by Chris Brown. He's a phenomenal human that if you don't know, you should get to know. And then lighting was done by Derek Zonto with the assistance of Jessica Palmer today. And boy, oh boy, they make the magic happen in a beautiful lighting way. So thank you too. I did the audio today, so thanks to me. And then the BTS photography is done by Mio. And if you don't know who Mio is, check him out on Instagram. Mio, what's your Mio? You're not here. Okay. What was it?
Mio Minesh.
Oh, just his name, Mio Minesh. So find him there, and his photography also, like Tanner's, is just glorious. It's stunning, and you would be doing yourself a disservice not to look at it. We had the additional help of Alex Naimushin as a PA today, so thank you, Alex. And the social media and PR, some of our Patreon support, and just following up with those people, that's done by Carol Faulkner. Thank you, Carol. And then this was shot on location at Election here in Redmond, Washington. We're here, we're back. I don't even know the last time we were here, but it was a fuck ton of a time ago. It's insane. But we're very glad to be back. It's a beautiful space. They even have like robot arms and camera. They have so much crazy shit here, it blows my mind. And I love it so. Some sponsors that we'd love to thank are R90 with these mover lights over here that are currently showcasing some beautiful little fractally fun stuff. Joe Cole, you're an amazing human. And then Prism Lens Effects has provided us with some glass to put in front of our lenses to create some amazing flares and just glorious things. So thank you guys so much. And then You Need a Burger is a continual sponsor weekly with us. We didn't get You Need a Burger today, unfortunately, because we're in Redmond, but we still love you guys, and we are very appreciative for your continual support and getting us food for the talent and crew alike. Black Raven Brewery for providing us with beer, and unfortunately the van was packed so full today that I didn't even have room to bring beer. And yes, there's stores around here. Maybe, I don't know, I could have bought some. Anyways, no beer here. This was a fully sober night. And then Adams has provided us with some masks to put on our faces to protect us from the harmfulness of society and the shit that it has. And then Guayaki has provided us with yerba mates, and those, man, I really wish I had one today, because I would have way more energy than I have now. And then Ducho 6, they have allowed us to extend our stream onto their platform, extending our reach. So thank you guys. And then Topo Chico, providing us with all of the mineral water that we could ever want and so much more. Thank you guys so much. And then the additional music that you're hearing right now underneath my voice. Wow. Beautiful. Love it. It's great. That's Tiffany Costello. Next week, you will be seeing a pre-recorded session that we actually recorded earlier today. And it is with Zan Fiskum that, we recorded here at Election. It's going to be our 58th Sessions in Place episode. And I got to say, it's glorious. It's beautiful. Little sneak peek, they have a quartet, 2 violins, cellist, and a viola player. Alex Shaw playing guitar and some synth stuff, and then Jeremy Bueller playing his bass synth and bass, and then Keelan O'Hara, I believe that's his last name, playing the drums and also hitting some triggers and queuing up those backing tracks, and of course the lovely Zan Fiskum just showcasing her new album that just got released, I think last Friday. So check that out. And also we will be sending out one album to a Venmo donator, the largest Venmo donator, contributor out there to you. So check in next week, Saturday, 7 p.m. Now, I hope the rest of your night is at least half as glorious as what happened here at Election. Good night.